Hi, welcome to this preview for the music at Third Baptist Church for Holy Week and Easter. Our first service this week is on Holy Wednesday, which will be held up in the chapel on the 4th floor. Lansin, what are you playing for that?
I'll be playing a work by Norwegian composer Edvard Grieg, To the Spring, Opus 43, number 6.
And the reason is we will just have started the season of spring. Not only are we getting towards Easter, but we're getting away from winter, thank heavens. The choir will sing a short motet, which was written right at the end of the 16th century in England by John Hilton the Elder. There's a bit of controversy about it because some people think it was by Richard Farrant, but I don't think you should let that keep you awake at nights. I think it's still a beautiful piece, whoever wrote it, and it's called Lord, for thy tender mercy's sake, and it's certainly appropriate for the end of Lent. So those are our pieces of music for our Holy Wednesday service, which, by the way, starts at 6 o'clock in the chapel. 2 days later, on Good Friday, we'll continue a tradition we've begun last year with a service of meditation at 7 o'clock in the sanctuary. And what's different about this service is that it will not feature the piano or the organ or the choir, but instead it'll have music provided by one of the best string quartets in the St. Louis area, if not further afield. They're called the Perseid String Quartet, 4 expert women players who will give us a wonderful performance of Schubert's iconic quartet, Death and the Maiden. And after that, interspersed with appropriate prayers and readings, the meditation will conclude with this slow movement from Samuel Barber's string quartet, which is often known better as the Adagio for strings. Quite a different and very meaningful way to reflect upon the meaning of Good Friday. For Easter Sunday, we have some splendid music lined up in order to enhance the worship. We will begin with a very appropriate piece for Easter. Brent, tell us about your organ prelude.
This is a work by Herbert Howells, a Saraband, which I can't really play any other Sunday because he titled it Saraband for Morning of Easter.
After that, the choir will sing an introit, Most glorious Lord of life, that on this day didst make thy triumph over death and sin. The music is by a grand old man of English cathedral music, William Harris, who spent much of his time as director of music at the Queen's Chapel at Windsor Castle. Then we'll have some rather splendid hymns. Lansin, tell us about the hymns we'll be singing on Easter Day.
The hymn of welcome is Jesus Christ is risen today.
And our closing hymn will be Worship Christ the Risen King.
To a very famous tune, Regent Square. It's going to be a communion service, of course, because it's Easter, and so we'll once again be singing music by John Rutter, our chosen arranger for communion services throughout 2018. And in addition to that introit I told you about, the choir will be changing gears and singing a wonderful upbeat gospel number arranged by Keith Hampton. It's called Praise His Holy Name. It certainly incorporates Amazing Grace, so there'll be something that I'm sure that you will recognize in it.
Before that, I'll be playing music by Emma Lou Diemer, Let Us Break Bread Together, for the Offertory.
And to close our Easter service, we'll have the finale from the first organ symphony of Louis Vierne. And if you've ever wanted to hear this organ with everything on at the same time, this will be your one time this year you'll get to do that. So join us for Easter worship on April 1st here at Third Baptist Church.